I'm very excited about the appointment because when I was a younger priest, just joining the service, I think that was in 2003, I always expressed a desire to try and visit Africa. So it's actually a prayer that's been answered after almost 20 years, because it seemed every time I said something that they sent me somewhere else. So I was actually very pleased I got this, and Africa to experience it. Maybe the challenge of the language is a bit frightening. So if you ask me how I feel, there's a lot of motives to be a bit frightened because I've got to get into French as they speak it there. But the aspect of starting something new, being a priest and trying to be as close as possible to the church, me fascina. I'm excited about that.
It is a big change from the work you've been doing.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. The last year and a half has been more of the church's presence in a very diplomatic, explicit sense, multilateralism. So you're talking a lot, you're exchanging a lot of ideas, and there's very little explicit areas where you can talk about the gospel. You do, but you do it more subtly. Now, as an apostolic nuncio, it'll be like 95, 100% explicit, trying to get the gospel out and encourage the life of the local church there. So it's probably more gratifying in a different way, I think.
Is the emphasis as a nuncio on the church, though, or is it more a diplomatic mission?
It's both, but it has to be said, what's unique to Vatican diplomacy, I think, is we don't exchange so much in financial gain and other business treaties and agreements. We're much more interested in keeping good relations with the government, obviously to advance peace, development, human development in a country, but we're also trying to encourage those good diplomatic links for the sake of the life of the local church there. And in that sense, our priority is the people themselves. And I think good citizens, good Catholics rather, make good citizens. So the whole emphasis on trying to build up the church is for everyone. It's a win-win situation from a diplomatic point of view as well.
The Chief Minister in Parliament has pledged his government support to an inauguration taking place on the Rock. How would you feel about that? Is that a possibility?
I think it is. I asked someone in Rome, how does it work? And they said, well, Mark, it's up to you to decide whether you want to be ordained in Rome or if you want to be ordained in Gibraltar. And I said, well, that's not a difficult decision. It's a motive of pride. It's a reason for pride. I'd like to be ordained in Gibraltar. The first consideration I have is respect, obviously, for the diocese in all the links that they will have with the government to see what are the COVID restrictions. What will they be like maybe in April when I hope to have an ordination? Because we want to follow all the health norms and not do anything that's irresponsible at all, or even want that. So we basically work around the diocese, the government, and the local norms. But the answer is a big yes. I'd love it to be in Gibraltar. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be responsible at this stage in your career, would you?
No. I wouldn't want to bring viruses in more. No. Enough suffering they've had in June. No.
Archbishop Elect, how do you feel about the general support that you've received from the Rock?
Incredible all my life anyway. At every stage that I've been out of Gib, the heart grows fonder as you're away. You become little things about Gibraltar. You sort of get emotional about them. And in the last few minutes and in the last couple of hours, messages non-stop. Really warm messages, and some of them been saying, this honor is our honor, and that's exactly right. This isn't about me. It's actually first and foremost about the honor to God, which is, we had a mass here this morning, and I said the nuncio very kindly said, well, I want you to preside. And I thought, but I'm not a nuncio yet. He said, yeah, but I want you to preside. So I said, okay, I presided. And I said that basically I'd received some messages saying that people honored for me, people delighted for me. And I said, that shows me how I have to be as a priest. I think that whilst we have all our human weaknesses, that I try to offer as much to God and his honor, his glory, and for people around me, my family. I think of my family a lot at this time. I owe them buckets because they've kept me, They can't be grounded.